Can people talk a little bit?
Talking.
Just so I can
Testing,
see
1, 2.
up.
Test.
See if it's talk a little bit. Repeating.
Talking.
Testing, 1, 2. Test.
See if it's talk a little bit. Repeating.
Talking.
Testing, 1, 2. Test.
See if it's talk a little bit. Repeating.
Talking.
Testing, 1, 2. Test.
See if it's talk a little bit. Repeating.
Talking.
Testing, 1, 2. Test.
Talking.
Testing, 1, 2. Test.
Talking.
Testing, 1, 2. Test.
Talking.
Testing, 1, 2. Test. Testing, 1, 2. Test.
That doing the thing. You guys talk?
Check.
Hello, I'm
Talking.
talking.
Hello.
Hopefully my voice isn't overpowering everybody else's.
So possibly repeating.
Okay, that got rid of it. Cool.
Wow, our voices are
We
magic.
Good now. Yeah, we are good to start playing. Sorry.
Okay.
So, let's check.
Oh no, that's the wrong thing. Okay. So last we left off, you guys continued your journey southward on the ship, led by Captain Daffy, and you came across a dragon turtle, which you promptly slayed, as you do. At which point you were noticed by a powerful, imposing figure, a storm giant of some sort that travels via a storm in the sky, and he landed on your ship and told you all, basically noticed your power, noticed your ability, and said that he needed help from some small folk of substantial power to help get revenge for the death of his sister-in-law, basically. He told you that he was the brother of the king of all storm giants, and his sister-in-law was murdered by a secret society known as the Kraken Society. He directed you. You also made the connection that this is the same secret society or cult that is attempting to free Zero's former patron from his chains, and by killing the queen of the storm giants, they broke one of the seals as she assisted in sealing him and became one of the seals. After he directed you toward the Southern Isles, where you're already headed, where he said that he is aware that there is a faction of the Kraken Society set up there, and you promptly left via his storm, and you all continued your journey with some shenanigans, with some dolphins not excluded from the story, and almost losing your druid to sea. You continue your journey southward. So we're going to kind of rapidly move, say, 3 of the days. So for day 8 of your journey, if I can get somebody to roll a d12.
Do it. Five.
I do not believe that's been rolled yet.
I don't think so.
It has not been rolled yet. River, you wake up in the morning and come out to a fine day. The ship is continuing on with no issue. And you come up a little bit, like kind of right at dawn, and so it's still a little bit dark, and you notice underneath of the water there are these glowing jellyfish that appear to be dancing sort of toward the top of the water, and you make note of this. Probably Klonoa is there with you, and you guys see these beautiful little dancing jellyfish as the sun rises. Cool. So that's just another day off of your journey. So if anybody would like to do anything, we're gonna skip through the RP for these 3 days and just do rolls. But if anybody would like to do anything, as long as it's something that can be accomplished in maybe a few rolls, now is your chance.
Studying Dwarvish, learning to cook, or helping with cooking to try and eventually get proficient with it, with my tools.
So we'll say one thing for each day.
Okay. Then I'll do Dwarvish for today.
Okay, go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Nope, not today.
Yeah, you're a little bit distracted. You had a nice morning with Klonoa, and just you're kind of enjoying your time just on the top of the deck. So you're just a little bit distracted when you go down to try to study. Anybody else?
Use tinkering.
Tinkering. All right, make a tinker check.
If you're gonna be bad, I'm gonna kick you out, okay, puppy?
That's an intelligence check plus your proficiency modifier.
Not you. It's too cold for me.
Whoops.
It's too cold, puppy. I'm not gonna open the window, okay? Sorry. Yeah.
Hey, nice. I will say you make some good progress adapting your previous prototype with the new lightning substance that you found. You're still not sure how to channel it out of the bottle and like actually channel it. It's, you know, still just free lightning bouncing around inside of a bottle. But you have adapted your prototype, and so long as you can figure out a way to do that, and you can, on the next roll, say if you do well, you could describe to me what you want to do. So go ahead and start thinking about it, how you want to get it out of the bottle, and then channel it through your prototype. But you've managed to make the prototype more suited for that kind of thing.
Okie dokie.
All right. Anybody else?
Thinking of some unique stuff that I can do that's just aside from fishing and reading. I mean, I've already checked about the sword, so, I'll just read the Far Eastern book again, I suppose.
Okay. Make an intelligence check for me.
Yeah, I don't have anything, so... Okay, cool.
Okay. You read about the nature of Escland, and you get a little bit more in depth about kind of the culture. It is a mostly feudal place where lords have set up, and they kind of war with each other, vie for power. There is no one unifying, emperor or anything like that, or king. Just these warlords, basically. And so the weapons there are kind of, magically speaking, particularly advanced. Not in the direction of, say, the kind of stuff Klonoa is working with, but just in the form of magical enchantments.
How far would you say I'm close to being done with the book? Because I've been reading it for quite a bit now.
You have been. You're probably about 3/4 of the way through.
Okay, cool.
All right. Anybody else?
I'll go ahead and read a book on the Raven Queen.
Sure, make a religion check.
Alrighty.
The book is kind of... It's a little bit... It's not the most, It's kind of a slog, basically, because really not a lot is known about the Raven Queen, at least on the prime material plane. There's a lot that is left to speculation, and so it's just kind of outlining, here's what we don't know, and then here's all of the speculation. So you're having a little bit of trouble getting... You're just not quite sure what to believe. So there's a little bit in there that's kind of saying she's not as respected by the gods because she was once immortal, but then there's also a bit in there about how she's more respected because she was able to ascend. So it's trying to read around that kind of thing.
Alrighty.
Okay. Anybody else? Fizzy Stevie?
I think I'll just enjoy the trip.
Yeah, I'll just
Sure.
Play with the animals.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, you guys, Stevie, you just sit up in the crow's nest and kind of enjoy the nice day. And Fizzy, you spend some time with the animals, just making sure that they're, well fed, well taken care of, and happy. And they are.
We still have the bear, right?
And we still have the bear. All right, so let's go ahead and go into the next day. If somebody can give me a D12.
I'll do it this time. I've only done it once so far. 11. Has that been rolled?
It's okay if it's been rolled sometimes. The currents are particularly in your favor today. As the ship speeds along, you guys actually get 2 days worth of travel done. Rag, you go upstairs onto the mast deck, and then make your way up to the upper deck as you see Daffy behind the wheel of the ship. He is ecstatic, whistling as he steers the ship, and it speeds along. Nice. So we will, yeah, we'll do another speed through this day, and then we'll see where the next day takes us, and then maybe we'll take a longer day. All right, who would like to do something that can be rolled?
What's the water look like?
Blue. Like the ocean.
I mean, like the condition. Like, is it like fishable or not?
You guys are speeding along. You'd have some trouble.
Yeah. Then.
Yeah,
whatever.
you'd have some trouble. You guys get about 100 miles a day.
Mhm.
You're getting about 200 miles today.
Yeah. Then I'll just. If anybody wants me to do anything with them, I'll oblige. But I'll probably just read my book for the first half, or however that works, just the whole day.
Okay. So it's one thing a day. So if you want to read your book, go ahead and make another intelligence check for me.
Anything else that's super important? Tiny tic tac brain today.
Yeah. The book starts getting into specific like names of people, and it's just a lot of names of people you don't know, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't care about, the son of the son of the son of the son of whoever, like, but that's what the book is telling you, and so it's dry right now. All right, who else?
I'm gonna work on cooking. I'm gonna help out with the meals today.
I'll help out River then.
Okay. So River, you can go ahead and make a survival check with
God.
advantage.
Alright.
You want me at work to print this out, or you can go back and print
18, not bad. Yeah, you continue cooking up the fish that has been caught during your journey, and it has been preserved via your spell. And it's actually like pretty good. It's you cook up say like some nice shark steaks, and they're pretty good. And you feel significantly more confident using your cooking utensils. Alrighty. Who else?
I'll go ahead and read a little bit more of my book.
Do it. Make a religion check.
20. Oh, close. What's wrong, puppy?
21. Okay. Let's give you something interesting.
Aaron, you got 5 minutes, okay?
Something in particular that you read that kind of seems notable is that one of the Raven Queen's greatest enemies was this demon lord known as Orcus, who constantly was fighting for control over the Shadowfell, which was the Raven Queen's domain. And you remember back to when you were investigating Elisar Manor, and your experience there and your experience with the Shadowfell, and you think about the demonic nature that you felt kind of coming from the Shadowfell, and that was just something of note.
Okay.
All right. Who else?
If Izzy wants to do something, I'll help with the animals today.
I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything really in particular. Maybe she kind of just like.
I think there might have been something that Rag was interested in asking you to do.
Oh, okay.
Who? What?
Or even,
Wasn't there something that you were thinking about asking Fizzy to do?
No, it wasn't me who wanted to ask her.
was it Clone?
Was it Klonoa?
Yeah, Klonoa, because he's watching
Yeah,
it.
I don't think Rag would want to ask her that.
Klonoa, do you want to ask Fizzy to do something today?
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, totally.
Okay.
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 Hey, Fizzy.
Yeah.
By any chance, do you think you can make halfling leaves?
DM, is that something that I can do?
You have Druidcraft, right?
Yes. I guess
I
know
would
what that-
say.
Um,
Let me read Druidcraft.
yeah, I'm pulling it up. This is not. Oopsies.
You really would need some of it to plant, and then you could use Druidcraft to make it grow faster.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, do you have anything I can work with?
Unless you have a spell that can create plants.
Not to my knowledge. No. Not just create them out of nothing.
Well, I might not have any, but Zero might have some.
Okay, so do we go over to Zero and ask Zero?
Yeah, totally. Zero, buddy, friend, pal.
Yeah.
Halfling leaf, can I have, please?
What makes you think I have any?
Because you're such a great person, and why wouldn't you have any?
Well, I mean, you died, so maybe you forgot that I died. So I don't have anything except for these potions that I bought.
Oh.
And these bottles of lightning that the storm giant gave me.
Those are pretty cool.
Oh yeah, about that, I took one of the bottles. But anyway, maybe Rec has them. I forgot who got them from Mom.
So you took one of my bottles.
What happened to
Yeah, I'll give it back. Don't worry.
You don't open that.
Well,
Be very, very careful with that. He said to throw it and he appears.
oh, that's right.
In or out, Bubby?
Okay.
It'll be fine. Maybe.
Be very. He does not seem like the kind of person you want to piss off. And I'm just saying right now.
Zero, you see a glint in Klonoa's eye that reminds you of a certain magical salesman you remember from Flan.
What?
Let's go. If you summon him, you're talking your way out of it.
So you don't think he'd want to get summoned to have Shark plays with us?
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, what if we summoned him to have dinner with us? I mean, that would be a nice gesture.
He'd probably sink the ship.
He's also very large. I think that shark would be like a snack for him.
Like a piece of beef jerky.
His sword was bigger than we were.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, hold on. Rag, where are you?
Alright then.
The entire
yes.
group becomes like a Scooby-Doo group, just going to the next person as we get larger and larger.
Rad! You still have any halfling leaf from Mom?
Who wants to know?
I want to know.
Okay.
The giant wants to know.
Here, give them to Fizzy. She needs them.
Why does she need it?
Trust me, it's important.
Just tell me, and I will say yes or no.
Trust me, it's important.
No. I want to know what it's for.
No, we don't. Yeah.
Fine.
Buddy,
I want
old
to see if she
pal,
can grow
Klonoa.
some. Don't do that. I just want to see if she can grow some.
Oh, yeah. Have at it.
Oh, what's that all?
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
Klonoa
I
hands
will
you.
let you know. I will let you know. Just, please, for the love of God, keep that as hidden. You know what? I'll just trust you with this. You'll keep it hidden. When we get to the Southern Isles, hide that shit. Please.
Sure. Here you go, Fizzy.
I'm not sure how they would feel about it.
Do we want to know
I just
for
have
all
a
the
gut
crew?
feeling.
So Rag hands some halfling leaf to Klonoa, who then promptly hands it to you, Fizzy, and you receive in your hand this dried up little nugget of halfling leaf. It's dried, so you could use your druid craft to bring it back to life,
Okay.
but it would essentially Rag's not getting that back. Like that's what's gonna be used to grow.
Gotcha. So, I guess what I'll do is I will go then to River and
Shit.
say that we need dirt out of the bag of holding.
Oh, that's right. I'm carrying the dirt and the pots, I think.
Oh, yeah, and the pots. That's true. So I'm like, and we need the pot to make the pot. So, yeah.
I can barely hear Piper now.
Oh, really? Here,
They're
hold on.
getting the pots and the dirt out of the bag of holding.
Okay. So, yeah.
And-
so yeah, go ahead.
River pulls it out for you, Fizzy. Well, that was a weird way to phrase that, but River pulls out the pot and the dirt. And Fizzy, you set it up and you place the little nugget of dried halfling leaf down into the dirt in the pot, and then place your hand on top, like bury it and place your hand on top of the dirt and begin casting Druidcraft. And as you do so, you see a little sprout come up out of the ground. Klonoa, you see this as well, as a little sprout comes up out of the ground.
Do we want enough for all the crew?
We just want a lot.
How about we just start
Oh,
off, with
God.
a moderate amount?
Listen.
Is everybody with us still? Like, is River still with us? Is Rag still with us? Have we
I
found-
probably
the
would have
kitchen.
came just to kind of supervise.
Is Zero still with us?
I don't think so.
Sure, let's say you're all seeing this.
Okay. So, and then I go, Stevie, come here, Stevie. Might as well get her involved too. I don't know if she hears me or not, though.
Stevie.
I'm coming, and do I have to like bring the animals with me? I don't know.
It's
how
fine.
she's been carrying
You
them
could
around.
just bring them over. You guys are down in the main hold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just come over there. What?
I guess I'm a pimp now or something. No, not
No.
drug dealer. There we go. Sorry, I'm tired.
No, this is
No?
very cool, Fizzy.
Oh.
However, we shouldn't make a lot because. Look, listen, I don't think the Southern Isles is going to be very happy to see this. This was supposed to be a discreet thing. I'm glad you're experimenting. Have at it. But just make one little plan.
Okay.
As soon as we get there, give it to the crew. I'm sure they need the relief.
Listen, Rad.
Probably.
Listen.
Listen, you listen, Klonoa. You don't know the Southern Isles like I do. You don't know shit about the Southern Isles.
So I'm.
If we go there with a whole bunch of this shit, I don't know what would happen, but they're not very open to it, if you catch my drift.
They won't find it. Just leave it to me.
I'm just gonna. Make
Okay.
I'm gonna make a.
I'm
little-
leaving it to you.
Okay, well I make a little bit, just like enough. for
Your
everybody.
responsibility.
I mean, we could, once we get there, if it's fully grown, we could just harvest it, put it in the bag of holding.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
But would it die though because it's a living thing?
Well, I mean, we gotta dry it out anyway.
Oh,
We'll just
okay.
kill it.
Okay. So anyway, so I make just I don't make a lot of it. I just make like maybe enough for a night or two or something. Just a little plant.
So you can spend time with this, continuing to cast Druidcraft and continuing to grow up the plant until you do have like a full plant that you could harvest enough for like everybody to basically have a dose. Because the crew's not huge; it's like 8 people. So you have enough to like be able to give everybody one dose of it. But the problem is it's not dried.
Okay. So do I need to do that, or is that something else that the others can do?
I don't think that you can do it
Yeah. Okay.
with Druidcraft, at least.
I have a spell called Daylight.
I think I have a way to do it, but we can't be on the ship.
There probably is a way to magically do it.
So wait, there is a type of male plant and a female plant. That's what Stevie wrote in chat.
Yeah, she's talking about weed.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, so okay. I'm gonna assume I have the right plant.
I have life just killed plant.
Okay. All right. Well, I make a little plant and I kind of hand it over to you guys. I'm like, here you go.
River, you better make sure you keep that thing in the bag of holding.
Yep.
Please.
Don't worry, I don't want to get in trouble either. As I'm cooking, like not even really paying attention.
So yeah, you can hand it out and just tell people, like you could just tell the crew, like, you know, it needs to dry, so just let your little bit like dry for a little while. But everybody on the crew is very happy, very grateful. Nobody shies away from it. Like it's not even really it's like you just gave them free ale basically to them.
It's always free.
You actually see you when you approach Daffy to give him he's got a pipe in his mouth and he actually appears to already be smoking it as he's steering the ship. Don't do drugs and drive, kids.
Is it driving if you're piloting a ship?
Yes.
It's piloting.
Yeah, it is. All right. Very cool. So we'll say that rounds out the day for everybody, but that is very nice. That was very nice. Okay. So let's go into day 10. You guys, let's go ahead and roll a d12.
I'm a little concerned on how much Stevie
Can I
knows
roll
about
one?
this.
Yeah, go ahead, Stevie.
Okay.
Stevie's a seller and
There is where I live a bunch of tobacco farms, and they have big barns that they smoke all of the tobacco in. Ooh, I got a 12. And
Ooh, a 12.
yeah,
All right. Well, damn, all right, cool.
Uh-oh.
That so the wind is in your guys' sails. You guys continue to travel at a quick pace, taking another 2 days off of your journey.
Damn.
You guys have. You think that this is going to be your last day on the ship,
Aw.
if things were to continue on at a normal pace the next day. Think that this would be your last full day on the ship.
Okay. So.
So if anybody would like to do anything, it doesn't have to be just a roll. Just let me know what you want to do.
I want Stevie to take me up to the crow's nest and like, kind of like tell me like what it's like and maybe point things out if there's anything to point out, that kind of stuff.
it's like being at the top of a tree, you know?
What?
Like, you can see so much.
Let me hold
So
you
I
like
probably just
baby.
hang out with her for a little bit up there.
What do we see up there? Do we see those little dolphins by the ship? I'll be like, hey, look.
Yeah,
there's
guys.
your friends.
Both of you make a perception check.
Okay.
Go baby. Go.
Everywhere we go from now on, those dolphins show up. They're just like, we just want to get the story. Okay, so you said perception, right? Okay, perfect.
I somewhat forgot how to do that. Oh, 2 seconds.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, Zero's dead. Oh, I'm dead.
Ooh. Okay.
I gotta
got
16.
20.
Okay.
Nice.
You guys go up there. Fizzy, you start to see, like, just in the distance, you just start to see little islands popping up.
Oh, cool.
Nothing like, you don't see buildings or anything like that, but you're just seeing like small little islands beginning to pop up. You think that you're getting closer to land.
Cool. For a second, I was afraid that you were going to say, you see the dolphins and then a whale coming to eat them.
Whales don't eat dolphins.
Oh, well.
Or vice versa.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much all I'll do. I'll come down and let everybody know that I see him in the distance.
D&D
Um,
Wells mighty
You
dolphins.
think that these islands, like, they might be part of the Southern Isles, but they're not inhabited.
Oh, gotcha.
They're
Okay.
very, very small. You think that they probably flood over.
Question: would they trigger any type of thoughts of? I might be in the totally wrong region area of past things that have happened to me involving boats and water and islands of sorts. Any connections that I might make or no?
Make a. I will say you can either make a wisdom check or an intelligence check, whichever you prefer.
Okay. I'll do a wisdom check.
Okay.
Ooh, 12.
You can kind of conjure up images in your mind of being on a ship, but nothing standing out in particular about this area that makes it seem familiar.
Okay. All right. That's all I got.
Alrighty. Who else would like to do something?
River is gonna find hopefully a quiet spot that's. If there's a spot on deck that's kind of out of the way where she can hunker down and read out in the sun, she's gonna do that. If not, she'll just do it in her normal spot. But
We're still going like.
She's gonna work on her dwarvish, hopefully outside.
Sure, yeah, you could go, like, nobody really seems to go back here very often. You can kind of chill back there.
And
And Captain Daffy will kind of leave you alone.
yeah, I am going if it'll do anything, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself for this.
Okay. Yeah, you can make an intelligence check with your guidance.
Thank you. That's a 4, so 10.
Okay. You you're able to work on what you've already learned, but you're not able to learn anything new.
So I'm basically
So-
at the know the alphabet stage. Was the
Yeah.
last I remember.
Pretty much.
Got it.
The rune stage, trying to learn the runes. So. Alrighty.
Okie dokie.
What's the water look like? How fast are we going?
You're still going double speed.
All right. I am going to take.
Rag, you remember that you're traveling to islands and could probably fish on the islands if you wanted to. So you're not.
I know. I just really want to go away.
What you want to do, Klonoa?
I am going to tinker a mini kind of conductor if I can.
So you mean like just like a conducting rod?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a tinker check. You're able to fashion some metal into a small metallic rod, but what you're struggling with is that you're going to need to channel it with this device that you've created, but you need to also be able to protect yourself from it. So you need some sort of material to put on it to keep yourself from hurting yourself. And even then, there's probably going to be some risk using this item.
Alrighty.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm gonna try to finish that book.
Okay. Make an intelligence check.
Do I or do I not have a tic-tac brain today? Yeah. Like, grape brain. 7.
Yeah, you're still reading through the names, basically. It's a slog. All right.
I'll do the same. I'll go through my book.
Sure. Make a religion check. Same thing with you. You're still stuck in this area where it's like not names, but you're getting back into the slog of like not much is known. Here's some speculation, and so it's just you're not really sure what to believe. But you're reading a lot of people's like a collection of the insights of people who are or have been high up in the church, but they kind of vary from person to person.
Alrighty.
All right. I think that's everybody. So we will go into the final day. There is one final day, but this final day is the day that you'll arrive, maybe. So I do need somebody to roll a d12.
I guess I'll do it.
I don't think
Okay.
that's been rolled either.
So you guys, it has been. So you guys you continue traveling, not at a quickened pace, but it slows down to just a regular pace. But you guys do eventually hear the calls of one of the crewmates who has climbed up to the crow's nest as they say, "Land ho!" You guys scurry up and you come up to see land approaching. Give me just a moment.
Oh, we're finally almost here. If anyone else is talking, I cannot hear you.
No one's talking.
I'm just
Okay.
getting some stuff together real quick.
Everybody's being super quiet. I'm just glad we didn't roll a 1, because I don't think we rolled a 1 that...
Ooh, what was one?
I don't think
We might-
Jinx.
we did.
If you think we're on sailing.
Well, yeah, while we were sailing.
One is we get shipwrecked.
I mean, I went on the... I just knocked on wood. It's gotta work. I hope there's trees or forest or plants or something. I feel like I need to smell grass. And not what she just grew. Real grass.
We get there and then Stevie starts like sniffing the ground, and everyone's like, "What is going on?"
I'm gonna take my shoes off and like go step in the grass.
Ooh, that is a good idea.
Ah.
I like
Wait,
that.
Stevie wears shoes?
I was
I do
just
wear
about to say the same thing.
I'm pretty sure I wear shoes. I don't know.
Well, I imagine, yeah, you know.
Yeah, yes. I mean, yeah. On a boat, I wouldn't want to splinter in my feet.
True.
See, when I imagined Stevie, I figured it was someone who spent so much time out there, her feet were tougher than shoes.
Yeah, she
And
just
or
has
she's just so in tune with nature that she just doesn't. But if she wears shoes, she wears shoes.
You don't know, don't be judging.
I'm not judging. It just wasn't the image that was in my head previously.
normal feet are they like who's like a deer because she was like
Everyone's like looking over at my feet. Does she? Does she have shoes on or does she not?
Oh
Does
god,
she
not
have
like
my
that.
toes or is that a 6 toe I see? You start counting my toes.
Now, if this were Artemis, she'd have to look down to make
Oh
sure.
my God, are you playing? Are you really fucking playing Studio Ghibli? Music? This is fucking crazy. Anyways,
Okay. So, okay. As your ship approaches the mass of land, fading into view through the mists, you now see before you a magnificent city made of light blue stone. Massive architecture towers over the small figures of people moving throughout this gargantuan city. Not the island, as it actually appears to be rather small, but the buildings themselves appear to have been made for giants or perhaps even larger. As your approach continues, the island begins to grow larger behind the city. You now recognize that the city that you're looking at is but an island within the middle of a bay, with the city continuing on the other side of the bay, wrapped around the edges of the land like a claw. Prepare for entry! You hear Lycion, Ragnamus, the first mate that you met, shout from the upper deck as men begin to scatter across the main deck, some pushing past you all with a light, "Pardon me, Miss Stevie," or, "Excuse me, sir." The sails bellow with the winds as they are angled to slow the ship down as you begin to approach the familiar docks to you, Ragnamus, of Titanus proper, the true capital city of the Southern Isles, and home to you and the rest of the Lorient family. The ship begins to make its way toward a parking space, essentially, and the crew expertly docks the ship, and the gangplank is pushed along the edge.
kind of hoping there'd be a toll lady and you do that voice.
Captain Daffy approaches you, Zeramis. "It was a pleasure doing business with you. Let us know if you'd like to set sail again. We'll be doing business here for the next week or so."
Pleasure's all ours. Like I said, we won't be endangering you all anymore. And as a thanks, the rest of the tuna and the shark that we caught are yours for the crew as well.
Well, I appreciate that, boy. That'll keep us fed for a while now, so thank you.
Of course. And if you need anything else, feel free to look us up. We'll probably be back in Olympus at some point. He will be hard to miss.
Speaking of, what do y'all call yourselves?
Oh yes, Shadows of Light. Keep forgetting to tell people that.
Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't be surprised to know that most adventuring parties can't wait to tell their name to everybody that they meet, so it's kind of refreshing.
Yeah, I'm sure you can help us out a little bit when you get back to Olympus and tell everyone about that dragon turtle incident.
Oh, believe me, the boys will be talking about that for a while. He looks over to the crew as you see numerous men and women working.
Very well, very well. As we said, one of ours is from here, so we'll be looking up through here, and I'll try to see that we hold up our end of our bargain for you here as well.
All right. Well, you all stay safe.
We will. You as well.
Good day.
And with that, I just kind of disembark.
Yeah, he motions toward the gangplank for you all to make your way into the city.
Before I get off, can I ask him who that not wizard, but the guy who could conjure up that blade of the sword, what his name was again?
Oh, right. You're gonna want to look for Pilo.
Pilo. All right.
All right.
Thank you for everything. And I will,
Thank you for keeping the ship safe, and I hope you all have a nice time here in Titanus.
I will certainly try to convince my dad to reduce those tariffs.
Thank you. That'll be a great help to all of us.
I'm sure it will. May the seas be in your favor, and I walk off.
All right. You all step off the ship and now see, as the upper decks no longer obscure from your view, the true magnificence of this city. Not only are the buildings absolutely massive, but the intricate detail carved into this light blue stone could have only been achieved by craftsmen of the utmost quality. You now stand within Titanus proper. Before you see many directions you can travel, and of course Ragnamus can probably lead you to the right area for most things you may be seeking, save for perhaps maybe the more magic-oriented stuff. But the day and the city is yours.
All right, Rag, where are we going?
Do you have a map of the city yet, or are we?
You guys don't have a map of the city yet.
Oh,
But you know the city. You could probably just lead them.
okay, yeah. Well, I'm sure we have a little bit of time if you guys would like to make yourself an acquaintance to our fine city. Let me show you around to some of the markets and some general areas that we should familiarize ourselves. I was trying to say that better.
Familiar size.
I don't even know.
That's a
I know,
VHS workout tape from the 90s made for
Okay,
wizards,
exercise.
so that made for wizards so they can work out with their familiars. All right. So,
I was trying to
maybe
say.
you can
familiar
show us-
size.
Maybe you
All
can
right.
what's your favorite food or something.
So I'll say this. Immediately before you see you are in sort of a merchant area because you're at the docks, and there's like a wet market here of fish, just like all different types of fish and different sea related products. You see like squid and everything. Thank you, Car.
So are they selling squid on like the side there, like little vendors as you go?
Yep, they're like little booths set up, and you see that they have like tables set up where they have like
Okay.
basically like big crates full of fish.
Uh,
There are like, you see like a squid as it like kind of wraps its tentacle up over one of the crates and begins trying to pull itself out, but it can't like quite make its way out of this box.
Gotcha. I'm tempted to go over and like try to pet it, but it's a squid. Okay. So I guess I'll just kind of keep like looking at the vendors as we go by then. Are they selling the squid to eat?
Yeah, there are some like carts set up where you see people cooking as well. And there is like, you see that there are like skewers that have like pieces of squid tentacle on the skewers, and they appear to be kind of like barbecued.
Okay.
Could I like, if I see that, I would probably just like buy one for everybody.
Sure,
I
absolutely.
feel like I would be like super just excited to be back home and to be like super like, here, try this, everybody. My treat. This is my home. You know.
Yeah, the woman, the merchant there that is working behind this stand and is barbecuing these things turns to you. She is a beautiful middle-aged human woman, sort of like sun-bleached hair and freckles on her face, kind of like a tan, like almost burned-looking skin. But she turns to you, Ragnamus, and she says, hello. What can I do for you?
One of these skewers for each of us, please.
All right. 6?
Go ahead and make that 5. Kind of have an aversion to things with tentacles at this point.
I'm looking to
Yes,
stick away from fish for a little bit. Or seafood, I should say.
So 4?
Do you
I'll
have
take
anything
one.
else that these two would like?
Say that again, Rag?
Oh, I heard everybody cut out there for a minute. I asked her, is that the only is that the only thing she's selling there, or would I like notice that she's having a couple other things too? 'Cause I don't
There are skewers with like fish on them as well. But it's all fish. There are squid.
Sure, yeah. However, I'm sure we could find something else for you. However, Zero, if there's anything else here, my treat.
Is there anything else you can think of that you want to eat?
I mean, River's hoping to eventually, hopefully, find, steak, chicken, equivalents,
Okay, so nothing yet then.
something land-based.
Yeah, you're not seeing any of that here.
Yeah.
So I'm happily eating an octopus tentacle.
Okay, so 4. So she says, oh, okay, 4? All right, that will be 8 copper, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. She hands you all, she hands the 4 of you a skewer with little bits of, like, basically barbecued squid tentacle.
Very cool.
Delicious.
It's kind of chewy, but it's actually very well flavored. It kind of has like a sweet, like soy barbecue kind of thing going on. Umami, if you will.
Ooh.
Alrighty. The city is yours.
So should we go visit your family?
We should, as soon as possible, yes, but I didn't want you guys to not feel welcome in our city.
Supposed
If
to find.
you all wish to go immediately, then we shall. However, if you would like to explore around for a little while, I'm more than happy to show you around.
Well, we can explore for a little bit. Why don't you show us around to some of the like item stores?
Yes, of course. And we are in like the main island, the super nice one, right? Where they'd have like the fancy.
Yes,
food and
you are in like the
stuff.
fanciest part of the city. You're also in the part of the city where you know that your family lives.
Just so that you are all aware, our culture is a little bit more strict than what we have encountered so far, so please keep your heads up and act respectfully as much as you can. I know
Basically,
you all, but yes, Klonoa, hands off.
I mean, is there anything where there's certain people we shouldn't talk to, like someone of higher official standing or something, like where we make the mistake of accidentally saying something?
No, I'm sure they would understand. They know who I am, obviously. I am their I am my father's son. I am very well known around these parts. So any friends of mine or friends of theirs, I'm sure they would treat you all with respect from what they have heard in the past.
Should I make sure I put my hood on?
No, you are.
What about
I'm- She's fine here, right? Would I know that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, yes.
Totally fine.
You have no worry to hide yourself here.
Do they like turtle ducks and bears?
Beers.
I don't. This is IRL me speaking. I have no idea.
People seem to be curious, particularly about the bear peeping up out of the satchel, but they're not freaking out.
Okay,
You know,
that's a good start.
Chloe still looks pretty harmless at this point.
Right, true. Okay, sounds good.
All right, let us on then.
So where are you guys going? What are you looking for?
Magic shop?
River said some shops.
Yeah, I just want a general tour of the different types of shops that are in the area, just so we can get an idea of what's here.
Yeah, I suppose it's the best course of action.
Should we
Although I'm
get
sure.
clothes
So what
then?
kind of shop are you taking them to first, Rag?
Probably something that would have like magical items of some sort.
Okay. All right.
Can I just say I'm so happy to not be moving.
True.
I'm glad this is solid.
Yeah.
Don't push the button.
Okay.
Should we get some different clothes as well? Like, is it very, very obvious that we're out of towners and that potentially cause a rift? I don't know how. What do you call it?
Everything seems fine.
Okay, cool.
Rag leads you guys to the merchant to a merchant area somewhat more central in the island, where you go to a magic shop. You see like it's a smaller building. Not all of the buildings here, the large building, like a lot of the buildings are these huge, like gargantuan things that just appear to be like buildings scaled up for bigger people. But there are smaller buildings built in between that, and there is a two-story building still made out of that same blue stone there that you enter into. The area here is like very upper middle class kind of thing, and you see there is a male half-elven figure who has like small little spectacles sitting on the end of his nose, and he appears to be wearing kind of like a nice long jacket with a silk shirt underneath and sort of like flowy silk white silk pants. He has like sort of reddish brown hair that's just kind of like shaved on the sides and then like a curly poof on the top. And he turns to look at you all, and he says, hello, how can I help you?
Yes, we would like to just look at the items you have available.
Absolutely. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
I kind of go, like, do that hand motion where I just kind of like point to my friends. I'm like, please, ask away, my friends.
Anything
Don't leave me hanging, guys.
I'm thinking.
Trying to think. I've been looking for some way to magically enhance the flavor of food. You wouldn't happen to have something like that, would you?
Have you tried salt?
I said magic, sir. I know that there are flavor things you can put on food to flavor them. I'm talking about magically doing it for when salt is not an option. If you can't, then that's fine. I just was curious.
I could perhaps attempt to create something,
No,
but I don't have anything like that in stock, no.
no problems. Just curious.
Would you have anything to help reduce the effects lightning would have on a person?
Yes, I do. I have, I can craft potions, so I could create a potion that would make you, more resistant to lightning, electricity.
I'm looking for a more permanent solution, but thank you.
I understand. Perhaps a ring or something like that.
Not a bad idea, sir.
I don't have anything like that in stock, but I could attempt to create one.
How much would that run if you were to try to create one?
Let me look that up.
$5 million.
Looks like you're buying it for me, Reg.
What?
It's like, oh wait.
I mean, you're the only one who's platinum, so you're buying things for us.
Well, all of my platinum has went away from buying the bolts I spec'd with electricity, and the rest of the money was from my father for the trip, so...
You actually got a return on some, remember?
That's right. Clever Noah.
Something like that I could sell to you for perhaps... 1,500 gold pieces.
I will have to get back to you on that.
Not a problem at all.
You say you make things, correct?
I do.
Are you Pylo by any chance?
No, I am not. I apologize.
No, not at all. I was just wondering if you knew him.
I do not. I apologize.
Not your fault. Do you possibly have something for a fighter as myself?
Well, perhaps. Let me look. And he begins going back behind the counter, and he opens up a book, appears to hold his inventory, and he looks through it, and he says, perhaps this. Give me a moment. And he goes, and you see he walks across the room to another he walks across the room to the wall where he pulls down from atop a shelf a shield, and he brings it over to you and he says, "This shield is magically enhanced." You see that it appears to be kind of battered up, but it is inlaid with silver. And he says, "It doesn't think for itself, but it is able to, at times, assist you in blocking attacks."
Wow, I wasn't expecting something like this. To spare you any wasted time, I am definitely sure I do not have the gold for it at the moment. We just came from Olympus, and most of our gold has been spent buying supplies and such. So, I apologize
understand.
for wasting your time today.
That's quite a distance.
Well, it's good to be home then. Or, though.
Oh, well, welcome home. All right. Anybody else? Is anybody else looking to buy a magical item today?
Maybe, okay, so can I just get a non-magical item? Like say I just want like a little gold ring or something.
We'll go to a jewelry store for that.
Okay.
All right. Well, if you guys think of anything that you need, please do come and see me. My name is Kai. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
The name's Ragnamus. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Ragnamus. Where have I heard
Yes.
that name before?
I am the... What's my dad's first name? Soren. I don't think we've ever... I don't know if we've ever mentioned it. Like,
Can his name
that's
be
me
Ragnamus
personally not
too?
knowing, not Rag.
His name be Ragnamus, and then Ragnamus is actually a junior.
Here, you
No.
want me to the whisper chat?
Whisper chat. Bye.
Yeah, he actually would.
Wait, why did he go into the whisper chat?
I don't know.
Why do you actually go?
Chat. I wouldn't know my dad's name. I just personally don't know.
Don't know much about buying the magical items.
Did you ever say it? I don't remember.
I think you told me your dad's name.
Really? Wow, it was a while ago. It was a long while ago. Dash! That's it!
It's Rag the Third.
I was gonna say
No.
Ragnamus Senior.
No.
Larry Lorion.
Shh. Okay. Back to reality. Or in-game reality.
Back to reality. Oh, they're good.
Okay, yes. Yes, my father is Dash Lorian.
Oh, wow! I had no idea. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm sure that if you wanted to purchase an item, we could perhaps come up with something, perhaps to assist you in your purchase.
I appreciate that, but I do not, as anybody here, I'm a man of honor, and I do not want to take advantage of my heritage.
Well, that is very noble.
But I will keep it in mind. Thank you for the offer.
Absolutely. If any of you need anything, please do come see me. Again, my name is Kai. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Likewise, sir.
Gives you all a slight bow and then goes back to his work.
So
Where to next, Rag?
a jewelry store? I think Stevie wanted to get a ring, it sounded like.
I'm sure a jewelry store is very close by.
I'll do it right now.
All right.
So
We go to the nearest. We go to the nearest Kay's jeweler.
I'm interested in meeting your parents now. What?
You guys think about what you're gonna do. I'm gonna go pee.
All right, have fun.
not too much fun.
Alright, so
Oh.
Which one do we bring down first?
Right.
All right, we're going to
City ablaze
we're going to Kay's jeweler next.
or Jared's. I mean, you know, we have to make up our mind.
What would be useful
Sure
right
is.
now, though? For us, we're searching for that group. I'm just gonna air quote it, right, in case anyone's listening, because we don't know what this group is about.
Well,
Yeah,
all
but
I'm
Rex,
gonna say is that once we get to my family, they will have more than enough resources on where they are, whatever.
Well, do you want to try to
Same
find maybe a chicken river?
Yes. I would,
Good luck
I
with
would
that.
love
Yes.
an animal that was born and raised and killed on land.
Or what?
Good luck.
Food.
Can't we?
Oh yeah.
River's tired of fish, is basically what it is. She wants something.
As long as it's not turtle duck.
Well, you better be glad Klonoa's not tired of fish.
Gross.
That was a terrible joke. Shame on you. You'll put yourself in the corner.
I can't believe you just went there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
put
we
himself in
can
timeout.
find somewhere that's made like pork sausages or some bacon. Like, oh my
Listen.
god!
Bacon.
When I realized we couldn't have bacon on the ship, I
Think
was
about
like,
it
we
like
made
this.
a
Think about it like
mistake
this.
bringing this.
If you're in
We
the
should've brought a
Tsukiji
pig with
fish
us.
market in Japan, do you expect to find pork anywhere close by at all? No.
Don't they
All
have?
right.
They have pork and chicken.
What are you doing?
They're trying to look for some fucking land-based food.
Okay.
like bacon.
Stevie and I are hunting for bacon.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
All
that
right.
just happened. Good luck. I
you
really
guys-
told them good luck.
You guys eventually come to a restaurant that appears to be kind of an open place with just like a canopy over top of it, and you see tables, and in the center of the tables there are these like little cooking stations, and it appears you see people sitting around these table, and they appear to be cooking their own food in these little cooking stations in the middle of the table, and you definitely do smell the smell of it doesn't smell like bacon per se, but it smells like like or not fried, but like sizzling like pork.
So is this more like
Sizzling
a
beef.
okonomiyaki kind of idea? Where everyone sits around and cooks it?
Yes.
Cool.
Well, yeah, essentially, or like hot pot.
Right. Wait.
I'm just gonna warn you guys. This is probably gonna be one of those more pricier places, but if you are that desperate to get land-based food, then by all means.
Yes, please.
Yes, let's do it.
Let us be off then.
All right.
And I would like be the guy that I don't. There's probably not like a door, but he would like gesture, and he'd be the last one to go in.
All right. And you guys go underneath of the canopy and sit down at a table. A waiter essentially comes over to you. It is a young, probably mid-late teenager with just appears to be like a human boy, and he says, "Hello, welcome to Otto's. What can I bring out for you all?"
Stevie and I pound the table. No, we're joking. We don't do that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna ask really nicely. You know, like proper, right? Can I just have a plate of bacon?
Bacon. We don't. I'm not really familiar, but we do. We have pork. We have beef. We have chicken. We have fish. Many different kinds of fish.
Chicken, please.
If I may make a suggestion, I'm sure you guys would love pork belly. It's not quite bacon, but it is the closest thing that comes towards it. And that
Yes,
is a
we have
nice
pork
cut
belly.
of pork. Thank
That
you.
sounds good.
I'm gonna do the chicken.
River gets chicken tendies.
The kid, he orders off the kids menu.
So basically, he takes all of your different orders, and then he goes back, and then he brings out a tray that has the meats uncooked on it, and there are also like you see different liquids and everything, and he begins to pour in basically a base into this sort of shallow pan for you all to begin cooking your meats in. Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm going
Do
to.
we all,
Smells
do we all roll on how successful we are with this?
fantastic. Yes.
Or
No,
if,
it's moist.
busy lights
Sure,
our
sure, sure,
bonfire back?
You are literally digging. You're potentially digging your own grave. You get like a 1, it just becomes charcoal.
No,
No,
no.
busy hair catches on fire if it's a 1.
Yeah. You don't like saying that now, huh?
I mean, if you guys want to roll survival checks, you can.
To see how good our food turns out? Yeah, let's see.
Okay, you're gonna do it?
No.
No,
Give me a second.
I think Rag would like help them. Like this is probably new to them, so Rag would probably assist them figuring out what to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need any assistance.
I mean, it's probably pretty simple, but like any kind of new like restaurant or something with a different way of doing things is kind of weird. So
I'm not at the point where I get proficiency with cooking, do I?
You're not using your cooking tools.
Fair enough. I thought I'd try.
Yeah.
Better because I'm proficient with cooking.
Oh, 0. I'll just give you some of mine.
Aw.
do you want me to make one too?
Rag took
Stop
advantage.
No,
Shit.
you guys.
Only
Go on.
myself if I'm sick.
Yeah, I fucking ace it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, Zero's probably gets a little bit burnt, but for the most part, I will say you guys kind of just made a group check there because you can kind of keep an eye on each other's food. So we'll say everybody's food turns out fine, with the particular guidance of Ragnamus and Stevie, who is, surprisingly a decent cook, just based off of the fact that she is somewhat of a survivalist. And then who else?
I got a 17, I believe.
I
So
got
no, I
21.
got a 21, yeah.
Yeah, so Klonoa, you as well. Kind of a jack of all trades yourself.
Oh, I thought he said he got a 1. I was like, what?
Yep, the food explodes. You died.
But it's good. It's very good.
Excellent.
Yay.
Thank you, Rag. This was awesome.
The human boy comes back and says, well, I hope you all enjoyed. So totaling that up, that's going to be, let's see.
You're taking way too long with this.
That'll be
Can
one
I
gold,
take it?
1 gold, and 8 silver.
I got this.
Fantastic.
It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was
I
going
thought it was
to
gonna be like, yeah, like 200 gold.
I gave him 2 gold.
No, not
A
200.
gold would be a lot still, right? I mean,
There's
it's
only
still
2
a lot.
silver
Considering
extra.
most of our food items have been in the silver range or
He
less.
says, thank you very much, and have a nice day.
You too.
Should we leave him a tip?
I did. That's what the extra 2 silver was. It was a gold and 8
Oh,
silver
I
for
gotcha.
everybody. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I gave him an extra 2 silver as a tip. I didn't give him that much extra. Bless you.
Went to the jewelry store then?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. You guys.
Jewelry store.
Rag, you're
So
probably not super familiar with jewelry stores, so go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Oh no.
Oh no. 0.
Died.
Hopefully, Greg is not-
Yeah, sure. You find you find one. You're able to find a jewelry store. You go in. There is a sort of an elderly human man, graying hair, balding head, sitting behind a counter with like those jeweler's glasses on. He appears to be working on a ring, and as you come in, he takes the glasses off and says, hello. How can I help you all?
Can I just
Hi.
have 2 plain rings?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. Can you repeat yourself?
Oh no.
I said, can I have 2 plain rings, please?
What kind of ring do you want?
Do you have any silver?
Yes, of course. I have silver bands, if that's what you're interested in.
Sure, I'll take 2 silver bands, please.
5 million gold.
All right, all right. He reaches under the counter. He walks over and reaches under a counter and pulls out sort of like a display thing of rings. And there you see silver. And there appear to be a couple of silver bands. And he says, "Oh, all right. Try these on. See if they fit. See if they fit."
River, can you try one of those on, please?
Okay. And okay, and she'll try one on, I guess.
All right. You can. You eventually find one that seems to fit your finger.
Take it.
All right, all right. Let's see. All right, all right. So for 2 silver rings, that will be 200 gold pieces.
Here you are, my kind sir. I'll hand it over to him.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
What about you, Stevie?
How much would it be for a gold ring?
Gold ring, just a
band.
just a plain band. That would cost you 300 gold pieces.
How many? Okay. No, I'm good, thank you.
I would
It's a
like
bit-
to get something else if no one else needs anything. I'm hoping. Would you happen to have a diamond? And basically, I'm looking for a diamond worth 300 gold. Worth of diamond.
Oh, yes, of course, of course. We can absolutely arrange that. 300 gold? Yes, I could sell you that at cost.
I appreciate that. So I hand him the 300 gold.
All right. He gives you a small diamond.
Yeah.
All right. If that will be all for you, please come back if you need anything else. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gunter. On to seeing your parents, Rag?
Yes. Please, let us make haste.
Should we have mentioned his name while we were in that jewelry store?
I mean, if you wanted a discount, you probably could have.
You know, like that, like in the old like cartoons or like the theater where they get like that big cane and pull them off stage. Basically that, but with everybody following Rag to go see his parents.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Doo-doo-doo. Give me just a second.
Another coin out of nowhere.
Okay. So you make your way through the city. You now have a direction, so you continue on. Now that you guys have kind of gotten your a better look at the city, something that you notice is that these larger buildings appear to be a little bit more weathered than the smaller buildings, kind of making you think that maybe the smaller buildings came much later, though built in the same style, just smaller. Eventually, you find yourselves coming to a massive set of wrought iron gates. On either side, you see standing there 2 guards dressed in brass breastplates and holding spears. One of them approaches you. Halt! What business have you here?
I am Ragnamus Lorian. I give him the nice soft bow. We just made our journey from Olympus to complete my trial.
Ragnamus, do you have any sort of identification? Perhaps an invitation or a letter from Lord Lorion?
I just give him water.
He looks at it. I see. And he gives you a bow. Please come with me, Sir Ragnamus. Open the gates! You see the other guard begin to work on a large crank, and the gates just open toward you. You hear the massive iron gates creak as they're opened from either side, and the guard speaking to you gestures for you to follow him inside. You walk into the gates, past the walls into a beautifully manicured lawn. Trees sprout from the ground here and there, providing shade for the noble folk to rest on a nice day such as today. Of course, no one is resting there now. You actually see no one else, save for the occasional guard posted on each corner of this walled lawn. You make your way through before coming to stairs leading to another immensely massive structure. The huge wooden doors open for you, and you see before you an incredible palace. The guard walks past you and toward a man dressed in a finely cut suit. They exchange a few words. The man in the suit leans to the side to look past the guard at you all, leans back, a few more words, and the guard and the man begin walking toward you. One second. Okay.
Well, it looks like I can call you Prince Rag, huh?
The guard, who has now removed his helmet, you see, is an absolutely beautiful man with deep olive skin and bright, bright green eyes. He looks to you all, and gives you a nod as he walks past and out the door. You all turn back away from this beautiful man to see an elderly elven man with light blue skin standing before you. Small spectacles sit on the end of his nose that he has to, such that he has to lean his head back and almost look down at you to see you. He says, "Well, Lord Ragnamus, I almost didn't recognize you." Rag, you know this man to be Atreus, your family's butler, and many times as a child, your caretaker. "It is so good to see you. I imagine your father would like to see you as well right away."
Yes, of course. It is wonderful seeing you as well. Let us make our way.
He looks to you all of you as he turns and says, "Please follow me." And he leads you through this massive structure to the other side of the room where 2 more large doors stand closed, 2 guards posted at either side. 2 of the guards on either side begin to crank on large levers attached to gigantic gears, and the doors begin to shift in front of you. But they don't open outward or inward. They instead slide into the walls on either side, but they're operated by this crank mechanism. As you are led into this room, it opens up even more. This room must be approaching 200 feet tall from floor to ceiling. It's like huge.
Shit.
Ragnamus, you know this to be your father's throne room. And there, as you walk across the polished blue stone floors, on the other side of the room, sits your father in his throne. Atreus stops short of the steps that lead up to the throne and bends downward, taking a knee, dropping his head slightly and bowing to your father. The rest of you see sitting in a beautifully polished brass throne, a tall, muscular man in his 50s, a well-trimmed graying beard on his face with salt and pepper hair flowing beneath the crown that sits atop his head. Bright white robes descend from his shoulders, clasped at his wrists with brass bracelets. He looks at Atreus and looks at Atreus bowing there, and then looks at you all expectantly.
I would immediately.
Rag, what's the protocol?
Bow. But I would like. I'm sure since I'm his son, I just feel like it would be more natural to approach him a little bit further than the rest of the group and then kneel down.
Sure. All right.
Well, I don't think I would whisper. I'd just nod down,
Yeah.
implying that you should follow the same as Atreus, yeah.
So do you all bow?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
As you all bow, a moment passes. You hear steps, then descending the stairs in front of you. Ragnamus, as you look at the ground, you see 2 leather-sandaled feet stop in front of you. A firm hand grips your shoulders and pulls you to rise. As you rise, you meet eyeline with your father. A stern look is set on his face. He's aged since you last saw him, but you do see a flash of joy cross his eyes as he clasps you into an embrace. It's definitely like a father-son, kind of like good to see you, bud kind of hug, but it is still something nonetheless. He then pulls back but keeps both of his hands on either of your shoulders as he speaks, looking toward your friends. "Please, rise. Any friends of Rags are friends of mine, and friends of the Southern Isles. I welcome you to our home." You all rise. He looks to you, Ragnamus, his hands still clasping your shoulders. "It is so good to see you, my son.
It's good to see you as well.
How have you fared?"
I always want to do better than what I have done, but I am still proud of our achievements thus far. There's so much more to be done, but we will come across that bridge when we get there.
"I have heard of your deeds in I believe it was a city in Elisier. You saved that entire city from some sort of undead invasion."
Not I alone, but all of us together.
Well, that is quite an undertaking, and I'm exceptionally proud of you for that achievement.
Thank you. Oh, here. I think you'll be proud of this as well. Look what I caught on our trip here, and I bring out the cured piece of tuna. One
Oh,
of your favorites. I did this myself.
he takes it in his hand and gives it a try, and he goes, "Wow, that is spectacular. You've learned many things."
I certainly hope so. I wouldn't have left in the first place if I didn't want to learn anything.
He sighs and, for a brief moment, looks at the ground before he looks back up at you. You should see your mother. She's missed you so.
Right away.
I will take you to her. The rest of you, perhaps Atreus can show you around. Atreus kind of gives a nod and says, "Please, come with me, you all." Toward the rest of you.
As you wish.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
So everybody else is going with Atreus, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I don't think we have a choice.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess so. Can I send my badger to follow? Like they're not gonna notice.
I feel like they would.
Oh yeah, actually, can I throw my spider on Greg?
Make a sleight of hand check.
It runs across the ceiling like some kind of demonic creature.
Yeah.
Then there's this whole like episode of them trying to find this like crazy honey badger in the castle.
Rag, Klonoa kind of like gives you a pat on the back as he turns to follow Atreus. Okay. All right.
So Klonoa's following?
His spider is.
Yeah,
He put his
spider.
spider on it.
Okay, I got you.
He put his spider on it.
Alrighty. So,
We're exceptionally
Ragnamus, you are led through the back chambers into your parents' chamber. As the doors open to the luxurious room, you see your mother, pale and frail, lying in the bed. She barely lifts her head enough to see you before dropping it back to the pillow and exclaiming, "My boy, come to me."
I would like almost not dash, but like old man fast walk up to the side of the bed and hold her hand.
You approach, taking a seat in the chair, sitting by her side of the bed.
Mhm.
She just barely turns her wrist enough to open her hand for you to take it. Her head turns to look at you, and for a moment, in her bright blue eyes, you see a flash of her long ago when she was healthy and played with you on the lawns. She says, "My Ragnamus, it is so good to see you. I told your father not to get you, but he insisted. After hearing of your deeds in Elisier, I am so proud."
It was no trouble. I'm so happy to see you. Are you feeling any better?
She kind of laughs as she looks back to your father, and he approaches now to the end of the bed and he says, "Ragnamus, the time has come for your trial. Your mother's illness, it's more than that. It's a curse. You must break it." Your mother speaks. "I cannot ask you to do this, Ragnamus. But
I would
I
have done it
can-
whether you've asked it or not.
I cannot take the curse with me. When I die, it'll be passed to you. We believe you and your friends may be capable of breaking it, but it will not be easy.
I don't expect anything to be easy. I'll do whatever it takes. You have my word.
Ragnamus, do you remember the stories I used to tell you of your grandfather and his exploits on the seas?
Yes, but please tell me once more. Briefly. Save your energy.
Well, there was something that I did not tell you about him. He was a member of a secret organization. An organization known as the Harpers. They were instrumental in taking down a cult that used to have its home right here in the Southern Isles. But he was cursed. And that curse was passed down to my father and then to me. And it will be passed down to you when I die. It's gotten stronger. It's taking me even more quickly than it took my father or your grandfather. And we believe it may be because the cult is back.
I assume you're talking about the cult of the Kraken.
She looks at you perplexed. You know of them?
My friend. Zeromus told me about it, right? I think he told me about it in the roleplay chat. I don't know if you knew or not, but
You were beside me when the giant was telling us of them.
Yeah.
okay, cool. So I do know about it. I hope I didn't say that out of turn. But yeah. Yes, and I'm with the group myself, actually. I wanted to tell you both. Not only that, but a couple other things as well, but we will get to it. I am part of the Harpers, and I guess this is part of destiny, is it not? The Kraken, the cult, is actually a big enemy of the Harpers. So whether we liked it or not, it was my destiny to take them out one way or another, so... But I am still glad you've told me this.
You and your friends. You can take them down. We believe that they're here in the Southern Isles.
Yes. The Kraken.
Your father speaks up. Then your task is to search for them. Take them down. When you do so, when you come back, you will become a member of the Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
We will outfit you with a ship and a crew to take you to each of the isles to search.
All right. First, I got two things to tell you first. One, something I'm proud of. One, not quite, but I hope you will understand. On our journey here, I would have grabbed a piece of the turtle dragon shell. We slayed a turtle dragon.
A dragon turtle.
Dragon turtle, thanks. Yes.
Different animal.
He looks at you very surprised and he says, "That is incredible. You will absolutely make a fantastic member of the Vanguard, Ragnamus."
However, if I had kept this from you, I'm sure you would have been dishonored, but on one of our little adventures, have you ever heard of a katana sword?
I have not.
I found the hilt of one collecting dust in this old manor we were inspecting. these blades are honorable, and just letting it collect there seemed dishonorable to me. I felt like it had more honor in my hands than it was sitting there, so I took it. I'm trying to find a blade for it, so I can do it justice to the original owner, to bring down my fellows far greater than any other weapon I've ever used. I've read about Escland and their weapons. They're very fine and would help me out on my journey far more than it collecting dust on that pedestal. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but in that moment, I guess my excitement and my beliefs took the better of me.
Do you believe that you can wield this weapon and use it to keep
Yes.
people safe?
More than that, my heart knows it.
I cannot say that I approve, but it sounds like it may be a necessary asset for you on a task that is greater than perhaps even we know.
I wouldn't have taken it otherwise. I hope you understand.
In times of war, necessary things must be done. That I understand.
Well,
And you kind of see like a flash come across your dad's eyes that kind of reminds you of, the fact that he was once a member of the Vanguard before he became, the Lord of the Southern Isles.
what I still have, I think I took the hilt back, right? Or did I keep it with River?
I think River has it in the bag of holding.
Okay,
Has what? Sorry. What do I have?
The hilt.
Yeah.
okay, if she has it. I would actually like for you to see it. The hilt. It has a symbol on it that you might recognize. Maybe not, but on the ship, our captain told me about a man named Pilo that could recreate the blade.
Pilo.
Pilo, correct.
I am familiar.
I heard he's the one that could reconstruct the original blade.
I'm sure that he could. I'm sure that he's capable. Whether or not you can convince him to do so, well, perhaps you can try, but he's a crotchety old man that lives down in the southwest of the island.
Oh, one more thing. I promised our crew, I'm sure you know people who regulate the ships. I asked if they brought a safe journey here, for you to reduce the tariffs for their crew and on their ship specifically.
He kind of sighs and laughs as he looks down at the ground and puts his hand on your shoulder again and says, Ragnamus, you have learned much of battle, but you have yet to learn how to rule a nation. There are things beyond your understanding at this time, but you will learn. But for now, worry of your mission. Perhaps I can help compensate these sailors more than I already have if you believe that they are worthy.
I feel like they are.
Well, perhaps I can send something their way. And I'll be sure to let them know that their help was much appreciated.
Thank you.
Shall I return you to your friends?
Yes, of course.
Your mother squeezes your hand and says, Please, be safe. We believe in you.
and I will be back with that curse broken.
Your father leads you out of the room. The rest of you are led around the palace. It is beautiful. It is humongous. It is made of this beautiful blue stone. The same blue stone is used for the flooring, but the flooring has like carvings, like just shapes carved into them. The walls are lined with tapestries and paintings of heroes taking down various, other like armies fighting, and you see like lots of paintings of like ships fighting at sea, and all these different beautiful pieces of artwork. And you were kind of just led around that. You're led around the gardens. Is there anything that you guys wanted to do before you meet back up with Ragnamus?
Do we go outside? I'll just
Yeah.
go with Rag.
You do go outside.
Okay. Can I just go poof into the ground? Yeah. There's a tree. We can go sit under the tree.
Yeah. I want to go sit under the tree and take out Chloe and 52. Can I do
All right,
that?
so you do so, and as you pull out the bear, Atreus goes, "Oh dear gods!
We're a different kind of people.
You travel with that thing."
She's a good luck charm.
This is a bear. It's not a thing.
True, fine. But she's good luck.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
that is certainly something new to me.
Don't worry, she's not going to try to eat you for like another few months.
That's helpful.
Because
Only if you make us mad.
we might sneak some snacks in his pockets and let her chase
Right?
him around.
Atreus stands there with his hands at in front of his stomach, like inside of either sleeve, and Chloe begins to kind of just walk over to him, and he kind of for a moment you see him want to recoil, but he wants to look. He doesn't want to look dumb, so he just
Right.
stands there still, and Chloe just flops down in front of him and begins gnawing on his shoe, and he goes, "Oh, stop that."
She likes you. She likes you.
She likes my shoe, apparently.
And it's a part of you.
Mhm.
So then I'll go and rescue the grumpy old butler, and I'll pick up Chloe, and I'll be like, "Oh, it's a good shoe, wasn't it?"
Where is... Oh, Lord Ragnamus.
Gratefully.
Lord Lorian, thank you. Your friends, they were just saying that they were traveling with this.
I use
little
Chloe's
creature.
hand, and I wave to Rag using Chloe's hand.
Her little paw.
Aw, yeah.
I see you guys had your fun then. Were they behaving, Atreus?
They were behaving fine.
He looks down at his shoe.
We
I'm
should
sure
for real
they'll keep
sneak
the
some
tape,
little
so don't
pieces
worry.
of it.
We're gonna steal his shoes.
Anyways, River's there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Father, quickly. I kind of gesture River to, pull the thing out. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. And she pulls out the hilt and presents it to Rag.
Both Atreus, you two, you might recognize this.
They look at the hilt. Your father takes a look at it and he says, "Unfortunately, I have not traveled to Escland, Ragnamus. This does not look familiar to me."
Okay.
Atreus says, "Nor have I."
It was worth a shot knowing your guys' influence. Sorry, it's not in my throat. Knowing your influence, I'm sure. I thought maybe something would spark up, but thank you.
The Southern Isles are a small nation.
Right. Anyways, you know what? I'll hold on to this from now on.
Okay.
So you actually took the hilt bag?
Yes.
Huh. And you were worried about me stealing things.
As you say that, Atreus just turns to look at you, Klonoa, and like narrows his eyes.
It's not stealing if it should have been yours to begin with. It was meant for you.
They're
I'd
kidding,
like to
obviously.
track if you want to have
I mean,
your way with the guards, Klonoa.
hey, whoa. I'm a good guy. I'm not stealing anything. I'm just saying treasure is treasure, and you picked up a treasure.
Now, I'm sure you'll get compensated if you help me with our next task.
So,
We have to go find the Kraken.
oh yeah.
He doesn't mean an actual kraken, right, guys?
No, the group.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
We have
that's
to
what I
find the
was just
group
wondering.
called because I was a little concerned.
Yeah. We have enough. We have enough things we've got to track down.
Oh, so like the big giant guy said.
What time of day is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's probably about noon.
perfect time for a picnic.
I'm just gonna recall my spider from Rag's body.
Would I feel that?
Yes, you feel just a little bit of like weight, and you probably also hear like, chick, and then it scurries down your back and down your leg, and then across the grass over to you, Klonoa.
What the hell is that?
But it's I conjured up not too long ago.
Keep your toys to yourself next time.
And no promises.
At least he's honest.
Anyways. We must find the Kraken. One step at a time. Right, Father? He's
Does your
still there.
Yes.
Does he know anything about this group of people? Like,
No, that is what I'm tasked to do.
so there's
You're
we have
fine
to figure
then.
out, like,
To track them down.
Your father turns to you, Ragnamus, and says, I have work that I must attend to. I will leave it to you all to plan. But when you are ready, go down to the naval docks and just wear this. And he puts out a signet ring. He takes a ring off of his finger, a signet ring, and gives it to you and says, you can use that to ensure you get the passage that you need to go from island to island searching.
Thank
Do you know anywhere where we may be able to start our investigation?
I would say the naval docks would be the best place.
Okay, thank you.
so we gotta go on more ships.
Yep.
Yeah, but it won't be as long of a voyage. We're not going from continent to continent. We're going from island to island.
Correct.
Yeah, but I think she's still gonna get seasick. Well, land sick.
So are the Kraken like a hidden society that most people won't generally know of? So if we ask,
Yeah.
like some people, will they not have any clue, or they be like, you can't talk about them?
I mean, it might just
He
be
probably-
easier to ask if there's been any.
Your father leaves, Ragnamus.
It might be easier just to ask if there's been any activity on any of the vacant islands or anything like that.
The islands are vacant?
When we were approaching, there wasn't any. I mean, there were some that didn't have anything on them other than just trees.
Oh, so
and-
maybe we should look at those first, or we're gonna go ask.
Yeah, we should probably ask around first, see if any of the fishermen or anything have noticed anything strange on any of the islands.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like maybe
How
ships
how
that-
far did he say Pilo was? Or, yeah, Pilo was again? Pilo, I mean.
He said in the southwest.
but know like how far.
You gather that he was probably talking about there is a city on the far southwestern side of the Southern Isles. Actually, I don't think that I have uploaded the map. Let me, I can do that really quickly.
Fizzy, do you think we should bring the bear with us and the
Well,
turtle duck?
I feel like we kind of have to. I don't think that we really know anybody to leave it here with. And what if we're gone for more than a day and Chloe still needs to eat a couple times a day, I think. Did you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
you're
Oh,
probably right.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't seem to like her. I mean, we'll change their minds, but until then, I don't think she's safe here alone. So do you think that maybe we should head down to the docks now, or do we want to do something else first? Are there maybe rooms we want to get settled into or something before we go out?
That would be a nice idea.
It won't going to the islands be an all-day thing, though, or no?
It is
It
gonna
would
be.
probably take a
I
few
mean,
hours.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah,
not like
I'm sure the best idea would be to start early morning. So
Okay.
yeah, there are definitely probably some rooms that we could sleep in, if not the one big room that I would have, and you guys can just sleep in there.
right in your house because we're at your house, your home.
It's a map.
Ooh.
Okay.
I love the 3 dolphins on
So
there.
I know.
Wait.
Mr. Man, Mr. Man.
That's the 2 dolphins, whatever their names were, and Fizzy right there.
Jojo and Spike.
So okay, so this is it's technically not 100% finished, but this is just the central island of the Southern Isles. This is Titanus. You guys are here in the main central city area, and then down here is you can see how the city kind of wraps around the claw area around as well. And then you gather that he's probably talking about
Oh,
you there? Rag?
Discord fucked up for a second.
Okay. You gather, Rag, that he was talking about down here in the southwest. This city.
Mm-hmm.
Which is named, what did I name it? Where did I name this place?
Island City.
someone to help. We'll go ask Amelia.
Oh,
We'll go tell her tell her she can help you for.
it is
Sorry.
named Crosa.
I like it.
I'll put these in the lore.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so you gather he was probably talking about down there.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, Let's see. By the way, yeah, did Captain Daphne, would he have given us the gold that he said he'd give us back for fighting the dragon
Yes.
or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. How
Did you
much
talk
was
to
it?
your dad?
I believe that would have been 2,500 gold.
2,500. Would that be dispersed or just me?
Just you.
Just you.
2,500. Got it. Cool.
So, are we looking for rooms, or do you know where the rooms are?
This is his house.
I mean, yeah, but
We shouldn't have to pay to stay somewhere.
Atreus,
but this
Atreus
place
says,
is-
Oh, yes, of course. Of course, you all will be staying here.
I'm
Show us
sure
to
the
our
palace is
quarters.
far nicer than any other place in the entire.
he's
isle.
kind of holding his hands like in front of him, like, fingertips like splayed out like against each other, just below his chin, as he's like looking down his nose, down through his glasses at you all, and he says,
We have already begun to prepare rooms for you all.
Thank you, Adrian.
Fantastic.
Shall I take you to them now?
please.
Yes, please.
All right, follow me.
and he begins walking back toward the palace. You guys enter in through a side entrance, where you come to essentially it would be the eastern wing. And basically, the eastern wing of the palace is yours. There are 6 bedrooms. There are a couple of washrooms. There's like a center, like, communal area with like couches and a fireplace. And there is like a little library study area that's on the other side of that same like big room.
I actually don't want to be in a room by myself.
You and I can be in a room with the animals.
Can I move my bed into one of those rooms? In Fizzy's room?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
You're attempting to persuade Zoran right now.
Why do you want us to sleep in separate rooms? I'll be
So
scared.
confused.
Can Rag do the
You said
fingers
persuasion.
between his
Yeah.
eyes thing?
Actually, River Illinois might do the same thing.
I mean, we're not going to
Oh, fair enough. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Platonically, we can share a bed, Stevie.
I think he's pretty convinced.
I actually think it's even higher than that, because I think you get like an extra +3 on persuasion checks specifically. But
Nice.
Atreus says,
Yes, we can have somebody do that for you.
and he like calls for 2 servants, and they come in and they move the your bed into Fizzy's room. You guys
I
can now
almost
share a
asked
room.
if I could move my bed outside and sleep outside, but I was like, I don't want to be away from the group. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Well, I will leave you all to do as you please. It was a pleasure meeting you. Goodbye.
And he turns on a heel and leaves the wing.
Maybe we can look through these books and see if there's anything in here about that Kraken group.
That's a good idea.
Maybe one of us though that isn't me, because I'm not too good at books. They're chopped down trees, and it makes me sad too. Like it's like cannibalism to me. Okay, so maybe someone else. Somebody else.
Like,
Well, I'm all down for researching, so I'll do it.
Somebody who has known the Kraken for a little bit.
That also works.
Someone who was affiliated with Cthulhu at the time.
Someone is can we just nudge, like I'm gonna nudge him, like, hey, dead guy. It's you, man.
I don't know. I don't think dead people can read.
Oh yeah.
So mean to him.
That's
No, I'm joking. I'm not actually saying that.
Chloe's body, they tap you both on the face. Stop it.
Well, I mean, Zero, if you want to hit some books, I don't mind joining you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Why not?
There's some things I want to talk to you about anyway.
All right.
All right, so you guys can go over to like the study area. There are some books.
Am I able to find anything on the Raven Queen in particular?
Make an intelligence check.
It's big brain time. It's big brain.
Where is it?
There is You find a book that you see. It appears to be kind of a directory, and you see that there is a name that when you follow along to where it says like the description, you see it says like priestess of the Raven Queen.
Okay.
It appears to be perhaps one of Rag's father's directories for like people that he knows.
Okay. I'll read this a little bit then.
Okay. Yeah, so basically you get I'm gonna message you the name. So basically that's what you get. You get that name. And you think that it's this appears to be a directory of people within Titanus.
Okay. So it's someone I may be able to actually locate.
You could certainly try.
Okay.
Alrighty. Interesting.
I will look for any books on Cthulhu.
Dangerous.
I mean, that's what I asked.
Is he like thinking? Are you thinking about that out loud as you're like looking through books?
Oh no, I'll probably just be like mindlessly talking about how they're talking about looking for books on Cthulhu.
Yeah. If you mention anything about looking for a book on him, I'm just gonna kind of like sigh and just kind of be like, no. It doesn't end well.
Well, yeah, look at you.
Exactly.
Becomes Kenny from South Park.
There's certain things that may happen if you even reading the books. You might awaken something.
Is there anything else I should be looking for then?
Better things might be about like the societies around Cthulhu rather than him like about the great old ones themselves. Because if you delve too deep into that information, if you seek that kind of information, sometimes they seek you as well, and that's when the trouble starts.
I'm all known for being seeked out, but yeah, okay, that works.
Yeah, if you thought being getting targeted by a group of thieves was bad, getting extraplanar entities targeting you is a completely different story.
Oh, by the way, Zero, I need your help with something after we're done with this.
I figured that's why you were coming around here.
Well, of course. I want to make a lot more halfling leaf and sell it.
Oh, you want to make what?
A lot more halfling leaf and sell it.
What do you want me to do with that?
Convince Busy to make more, and then help me sell it.
I don't think I can help you sell it.
Why not?
Okay, I'm under the watch of a goddess pretty much 24/7. If you haven't noticed, my raven is still always around. It's kind of always within shouting distance. And I don't want to be, connected to any kind of seedy stuff that she may not like. Well, I'm not going to tell you not to do it, because it could be good for the party. And, I mean, it's technically not anything that's super bad, I don't think. Rag did warn us that this is something that we probably need to kind of pump the brakes on here at least.
Right. And I wasn't planning on doing it here, but Olympus is a different story.
I mean, I will help try to convince Fizzy, but I don't think I'll be able to help you sell it directly.
Well, at least if you get that part done, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know about, pissing off a goddess of the dead. I'm already dead. I don't want to, ruin that too.
And with that, I will be looking on books about cults that formed around Cthulhu.
Rip Klonoa.
Make an intelligence check with disadvantage.
It's Tic Tac Brain time.
10.
Yeah, not really able to find anything that specific. Most of the books here appear to be just like histories and like nothing quite that specific.
Alrighty.
All right. Whatever you guys want to do.
I'll look for any books for... See if I can find anything about Pilo.
Make an intelligence check.
It's Tic Tac Brain time.
Investigation check. Make an investigation check.
Still Tic Tac Brain time. Investigation, because it's exactly the same. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're not really able to find anything. No. Nothing about Pilo.
Is the butler still in the area, or is he retired for the night?
He has left. He
Okay.
left the wing.
I'll try to find him in the morning then.
Anyone else?
I'm good.
What?
Whatever you guys want to do. It's probably getting toward the evening.
Since I'm unsuccessful in fighting the book, I am going to take the ring that fit River, and I'm going to magically tinker with it. So it records the sound of the ocean.
Just because you just love that sound.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Okay, so are you putting a spell in it?
No, it's magical tinkering.
Okay, so is there a check for that, or is it just a thing that you can do?
It's just a thing I can do, but I only have a maximum of 1 for now.
Like one item can be enchanted?
Yeah. Yeah.
Equal to your intelligence modifier, yeah. Yep. I see. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, you definitely do so. Alrighty. Anything else?
Can we just like look around? What else is there? There was a library, our rooms, but we're kind of just in one area of the.
Yeah, there's like a big kind of open area that on one side is like there's like a fireplace and couches and everything, and then on the other side there's like chairs and a desk and like some bookcases.
It's not that hard to live when you can die.
Me and I can't really think of anything else to do. I mean, we're probably gonna get ready to eat dinner, right?
Yeah.
Can we like clean up? Go like
Sure, yeah, there are washrooms. You guys can go clean up.
go clean up and clean up. Honey
Then
and
at
Chloe. Yeah, we kind of have a funk, right?
Almost definitely. You were at sea. By the way, you guys were at sea for like basically 10 days.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nice, like, hot bath.
It's typically like a 12-day journey. So you guys actually made it in pretty good time.
Still gonna take a nice hot bath.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go get.
Yes, please.
You guys gonna all take a hot bath together?
No.
Just me and the boys.
Yeah.
We're gonna have one of those JRPG typical
Yeah.
like trophy.
But I mean, there
baths.
is like it is. There's like 2 communal washrooms
So
with
we
like
both keep
large
one?
baths,
You remember the one?
like a bathhouse bath.
Guys are on one side, all the girls are on the other.
Sure.
Oh, we get River time. We don't hardly ever get to do so much with River because she's always with Kalanoa.
That's
Oh.
also a trope in JRPGs.
Yeah, I can totally see Quinoa being the one looking over to the other side.
Damn it, you ruined my plan now. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Now you have
Yeah.
to do it.
You know, I have a better idea.
Please don't put this butter on
Oh.
us.
Oh God, you
I have-
fucking perv.
He can't
Yeah.
look through the
Konoha can
spider.
roll a tinker and try to build like a telescope. that goes over
Yeah,
the
in the
wall.
water.
No.
If things
I
dramatic
don't
in the water,
have
I'd be
to do it.
shocked.
I don't have to do any of that, okay? Zorn, would I have noticed any females inside the castle at any point in time today?
noticed anything?
Any females?
Any females? Yeah, I mean there are like female like servants and stuff.
I am going to use my ring of disguise to turn into one of the female servants.
Okay.
I didn't forget about the ring.
Okay.
Here we go.
There
I'm
you
gonna need another
do.
glass of wine
You
for this.
do.
Give me a minute.
You do.
You guys
I'm gonna look at the next
satisfied
30
now?
seconds, but I'm getting another glass of wine.
There's going to be
Are you
a catch to this that Zorn's not telling us. We're going to see what it is.
Oh God.
What do you do? What are you doing? I mean, you now look like one of the female servants.
I'm going to look at Rag and I'm just like, you satisfied? And turn back. It's oddly quiet for no reason.
Okay, so what's your grand plan here now?
I had no grand plan. I just wanted to show you that I could do it.
So now you're going to go take a bath with them.
No.
You guys are dumb. This is toxic masculinity.
You just did this to
That is fine. Yeah, I just
I
did it
want
because I
no
could.
part of this.
For the record.
River, you're one of the girls. You're on the girl side. You have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, I know. I just
at this like with Klonoa doing all this, like Zero's just gonna kind of like
All right.
sigh
you guys-
and like
what I missed.
turn around and start walking away, and then like whip him in the leg with my tail as I turn around.
Well, I mean, you could have done that, or you could have counterspelled me, and that would have blown my cover really quick.
Oh, I was planning on doing that if you went in the bath.
Yeah, I knew it.
That's why I was hoping you were gonna follow through with it, because we were gonna have like a whole thing going there.
Oh no.
All right. Well, you guys get washed up and cleaned up just in time as Atreus knocks on the door to the entrance, like of your basically wing, and he goes,
Yes, it is time for dinner.
Oh. Yay.
What is it?
Please follow me.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Atreus, I have a
Wait, she laughed when she no haha when I was.
Yes.
Do you know the name Alina and Morn?
Well, yes, I do. Why do you ask?
I took the liberty of just kind of helping myself to the library, and I noticed that she may be a priestess of the Raven Queen, and I'm also one of her followers. And I haven't really met many that follow her, so I was just wondering if I may be able to find her.
Well, yes, you could. You could go to the Titanus Lower City and find her. She lives out there.
I may just have to do that. She might have some useful information for me. Thank you for your help.
Absolutely.
Would I have overheard that conversation?
I mean, he didn't really say he was trying to hide it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just saying that out loud.
Are you talking about what was that place called again? D&D Lord help me. You talking about Krosa?
Talking about
Atreus
what?
goes, no. Just Lower Titanus.
Oh, okay. I do want to go over there sometime once I'm done here, before we leave back to Olympus.
Cannot play that song. Ah, crap. Cool. All right. So, Atreus continues leading you through the palace into a large dining area where he seats you all at a table. Rag's father is there, but it's just him sitting at the head of the table, and then you guys just kind of take seats on either side down the table. Food is brought to you all. It is like a nice grilled fish with a coconut on top. It's very nice. There is wine and ale, and Rag's father, as he is eating, says, "So, you all travel with my son?"
Yeah. We all met back in Flan.
Well, that is quite a ways away. Tell me, from where do you hail, sir? Looking at you, Zero.
Me, I'm from the Painted Isles.
Oh, the Painted Isles. Yes, of course. Well, it is a pleasure to have you in my home. What is it that you do with the with your group?
I'm actually one of the ones that's leading up the research on stopping Cthulhu, which seems to be what is the goal of the Kraken Society. So it seems that the goal for Ragnamus and I has aligned in that way.
I would nod to him. Yes, I mentioned this to my father earlier, but I think you guys need to know as well. The Kraken cult is a great enemy of the Harpers, so it indeed has aligned.
This is quite the coincidence.
Also, I forgot to mention this earlier, Father. On our ship, we encountered one of the... They were called the Giant People, right?
Storm Giants.
Storm Giants. One of the Storm Giants asked for our aid after we killed the Dragon Turtle.
A storm giant?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yes, he asked for our aid. Because his sister-in-law, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, his sister-in-law has perished due to the hands of the Kraken.
So the storm giants are against them as well. It seems like things are working out in our favor for now.
Apparently, when they killed her, it broke one of the seals, keeping Cthulhu bound.
Perhaps less in favor than I thought then. We have to take them down. You have to take them down.
The Storm Giants? They seem to be on our side.
No. The Kraken Society.
Oh, yes, of course.
It sounds as though the Storm Giants could be powerful allies to you.
I feel like we're being tested. I'm just imagining, why, even after we killed the Dragon Turtle, why would such a powerful being ask for our aid?
Well, Ragnamus, you saw how big he was, correct?
Yes.
He probably wouldn't have a very easy time navigating his way into, like, if they're hiding out in like a cave on one of these islands or something like that, he may not be able to get in there.
Of course, that makes sense.
Or if he's trying to gather information where they may be, he wouldn't be able
Sounds
to.
like you had some influence on the weather.
Not to mention, your father speaks up, saying, not to mention, perhaps he doesn't want this on the hands of the storm giants. The giant society, known as the Ordning, is a caste system of all giants, and they fall somewhere on that, along that caste. The storm giants and the cloud giants sit at the top. Then it continues going down all the way down to hill giants at the bottom. This Ordning keeps the balance, but at times has been threatened. Perhaps they don't want this on their hands because some of them don't agree that they should get involved.
Well, if that's the case, regardless, once it's taken care of or once we locate them, we've been given means to contact the giant that we've made contact with. He gave us some lightning in a bottle that we can shatter on the ground and summon him.
That is incredible.
And I assure you, we do plan on keeping it in the utmost care. And I kind of just glance over at Klonoa.
Huh?
You're very peacefully not chewing really loud.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
Listen,
Klonoa.
I won't do anything. I am a good little thief. Rogue. I mean rogue. I'm not thief.
All right. Well, guys, I think we could just go ahead and end there for the night.
It's only 9:50.
Yeah. But
Sidetracked.
you guys can pick up and begin your adventure, your island hopping adventure the next time, and it'll be a good place to start.
Mm-hmm.
Sound good.
But yeah, as far as the ship goes, like, you know, you're not going to be sailing for days. It's just going to be for like maybe hours.
Right.
So,
Right. Okay.
Okay. I was worried we were going to be. Well, but we're going to be sailing, and then we'll have to be searching, right?
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So that might take a while.
I'm
That depends
excited
on you
about
guys.
Going to random islands that may be empty and mysterious and possibly hold secrets.
Or maybe inhabited by like raptors and dinosaurs.
Oh, can there be raptors? Because then I can turn into one.
We go to the dinosaur
needs-
forest
she
from
needs
Final
to
Fantasy
see
VI.
All I'm gonna see is those little miniature ones that look like raptors, but obviously I forgot what their name is, and the little tiny ones.
I'm gonna stop recording.